Angie Goodas, and welcome to the Big and Serious podcast. All right, so tonight's guest is Realtor and reggae recording artist J.R. Thomas, aka Mr. Just Right. You know what? We're gonna have such an amazing conversation. I am so excited. But we're also we have why I feel, you know what, people, I feel so discombobulated right now. I don't know why. Not sure why, but that's okay. So you know what? While I gather my thoughts, show reel. Weird. I don't know what's going on. That was really odd. Anyway, I think it was gonna like play again. That's so odd. Anyway, welcome to the Big and Serious podcast. My name is Angie Goodas, and like I said before, tonight we have the reggae realtor J.R. Thomas joining the conversation. He'll be here in about 20 minutes or so. We also have our serious Ting, and no real serious Ting topic tonight. You know, we're just gonna vibes out, and of course we have our big up. So how do you find the Goodas? How do you find Angie Goodas? Well, if you're looking for me, you're going to follow me on all social media platforms under Angie Goodas. Instagram is Goodas with 2 Z's, everywhere else 1 Z. And if you're going over to Spotify, you are going to give us a listen under the Big and Serious podcast with Angie Goodas. And Rumble is the Big and Serious podcast. So I do want to say big up to the massive. So big up to TikTok. Welcome to the building. I believe you're in the building. I was told you can be in the building. So, no, it's not really showing me right now that you're here. But I know you're here. And also, big up to Twitch, my OGs. You done know. You feel like home. What can I say? Also, I want to say big up to Instagram, Wagwan with the Wagwans. And Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, we have the Big and Serious podcast Facebook page. You can, you know, let me give myself a sexy clap for that. Just because I can. All right. So you won't actually find the show on the Facebook page, but you will find highlights of the show. Speaking of highlights, I do want to say big up Mad Vibes Wagwan, checking in. I love it. Tuned in from YouTube. What was I gonna say? Speaking of big ups, I do want to give a big up to dancehall DJ lecturer. Although I learned from him, you know, the name dancehall came about like later on after they started doing their thing. So he was like, "Yo, this was just reggae to me. This wasn't even dancehall. What's dancehall? Dancehall was where we went to have the dance, like you know." But I do want to say big up to him, and you know, tune in for season 2, which he'll come back and we're going to continue on the series because we're doing a series for our conversation. Speaking of which, season 2 starts on January 8th. Can you believe this? I'm blown away. But yeah, season 2 starts January 8th, which means the end of season 1 will be December 18th. So we are, after today's show, 2 shows left. This is so exciting. I do want to run a tune. A friend, well, someone special sent me this tune. And I was like, I didn't even know this tune exists. So people, you know what? I want to know if you knew about this tune, and am I just being a unknown of the world of Frankie Paul, because I didn't even know this tune actually exists. It's called Shubin, and let me share my screen with you. Enjoy. Tell me what you think. I can't believe that I don't know this tune. I'm actually like really surprised that I don't know this tune. What can I say? Strange. Oh wait, what's going on? I think my system's lagging today, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. If you go over to my TikTok, I posted a video of how I feel when tech issues happen. They're not going to happen today, but my system is lagging. Not sure why, but I saw it go sometimes. All right, so it is time for the big up. All right, so let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this Saturday, you know what? I actually have a. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Oh, wait, got to stop sharing that one so I can share a new one. I'm going to share my screen with you so I can show you what I'm talking about. All right. So it'll just run while I chat. So, ring in the hall with a vibrant celebration of culture, community, and culinary excellence at the Jerkfest Holiday Gala, taking place on Saturday, December the 6th, 2025, at the Canadian Convention Centre in Brampton. Presented by Caribbean Emotions Arts and Culture Incorporated, this elegant event supports the much loved Jerkfest Toronto, a festival dedicated to Caribbean culture and cuisine. So the evening begins at 6 p.m. with a festive cocktail hour where guests can mingle and enjoy refreshing drinks while soaking in the joyous atmosphere. At 7 p.m., the main event unfolds with a gourmet dinner that promises to be a feast for the senses. And you know what? If you've been to Jerkfest, you know they're all about food. So you know that dinner is going to be serious. Dinner is going to be a serious thing. Trust me. From the tantalizing aroma of jerk spices to the elegant presentation of each dish, the dining experience at the Jerkfest Holiday Gala is a highlight of the evening. There's also an amazing lineup for the entertainment. So not only will you be fed and entertained, but this year's gala also supports Jamaica during the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. So you're going to run over to www.jerkfestival.ca to get your tickets. And that is this week's Big Up. You're welcome.
Like and subscribe.
Oops, that wasn't what I meant to play. I actually meant to go like this. All right. So, we don't have a serious Ting topic this week. We're just vibing out. So, I'm going to throw a couple questions out there and, you can answer or not. It's up to you. But when you are approached with change, how do you handle it? When your change is about to come, how do you handle that? Like, honestly, is it a thing where you're like, yeah, let's go, like, let's go, or is it a thing where you're like, don't know how I feel about that? Um, it's always interesting to me because sometimes, oh, why does it look like my Instagram is frozen? Am I frozen? Mad Vibes, are you there? Am I frozen? Everything looks frozen to me. Maybe I'm good. I'm not sure. He'll let me know. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, all right, change is cool and we're good. Other times, not so much. And I don't know if it's like the mood where I'm like, you know what, I can deal with it, or if I'm like, yeah, not so much. And I can't even say that it's the subject. Like I can't even say that like whatever it is a change is why I might feel apprehensive about it. Um, because it just I sometimes I feel like it depends on my mood. Like if I'm feeling good, then I'm like, all right, bring on the change, bring on whatever. But if I'm not feeling so good, then yeah, not so much. But it's always not frozen. Okay, thank you, Selector Madman. Um, yeah, it's always like a touch and go when it comes to change because sometimes I'm so gung ho about it, and other times I'm like, nah. How do you feel about that? Like, what are your thoughts when it comes to change? Like, are you like, yeah, it's all right, it's whatever, we deal with it as it comes, or is it a mixture of both? And I always wonder that because, as people, we don't really talk about change that much. Like we don't, not necessarily the thing that is changing, but we don't necessarily talk about how we feel about the change. Everybody walks around thinking that or acting like it's cool, it doesn't matter. Like I got this or whatever. Or if you're freaking out at home in private. You're not having conversations, or at least not with me. But I always wonder about that. Like, how do you like deep down? Is it a thing where you have to be like, all right, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna deal with the change. And then you like, shoulders back and take a deep breath and go? Or is it a thing where you're like, I really don't care. Like whatever come what may, it happens and I'm gonna just go through the change. And that could be, like I said, any change. I always wonder about that. I really do. Um, all right, we got 7 minutes. I'm gonna run another tune and sticking to the whole Frankie Paul thing. This is a favorite of mine. So we're gonna run this tune and then I'll bring my guest on because I see him patiently waiting. 1 second. The art of the multitask is the art of the multitask. What's going on? There we go. Okay. Let me go and share this. I don't know why I go on today. A cycle sometimes, you know? Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, my. I don't know, people. I'm having a moment today. I'm being so transparent and honest right now. I'm having a moment, and I don't know what the score is, but I'm having a moment.
I know the scores. I know the roles. Baby, I know what's going on. I know the scores. I know the roles. Baby, I know what's going on. And I see you on the street looking neat. Girl, you look so sweet. So sweet. When I see that neon light shining bright, when you're out of sight, when you're out of sight, the way you pass me by, babe, the way you pass me by, oh yeah. I know the scores. I know the roles. Baby, I know what's going on. I know the scores. I know the roles. Baby, I know what's going on. I know that you know. I know the score. I know that you know. I know the roles. I know the score. I know the roles. Baby, I know what's going on. Yeah, yeah, baby. Wow, wow. Girl, I see you on the streets making calls to friends you know. And when I passed you by, you held your head up high like you never know. And by the look in your eyes, girl, I could realize, baby, I know the score. I know the role. Baby, I know what's going on. I know the score. I know the roles. Baby, I know what's going on. I know that you know. I know the score. I know that you know. I know the roles.
Yo, that's such a heavy tune. I love that tune. Brings back so many memories. All right. So my guest. Oh wait, hold on. What's going on? Why are we playing again? Stop, the man. Hush. Quiet. I'll give you a record. Yeah. Shh. All right. So Mr. Thomas, are you ready? You can give me 2 thumbs up if you're good. Ready? Yes. All right. So I'm going to bring my guest on camera and then I'm going to properly introduce him. So, Miss, welcome. Let me just fix this view so it doesn't look like I'm trying to hog all of the limelight here today. And I'm going to introduce you and then we'll get into it. So, the mighty learn how to speak. All right. The mighty
How's my mic?
diamond. How's you say something?
No, I was saying, how's my mic? Are you hearing me okay?
Yes, you sound good.
Okay, should I turn it down? Should I turn it up?
You can turn it up a bit.
Okay, did I turn it up? I don't know.
Yes, that's good.
All
Very
right.
good. All right, so I'm going to introduce you. Let me put the proper caption on. All right. The Mighty Diamonds sang a song called I Need a Roof, the perfect fusion of music, purpose, and a message. Tonight's guest is the epitome of all this. J.R. Thomas, the reggae realtor, seamlessly blends his thriving real estate career with his passion for music and positive messaging. Drawing from personal experiences, overcoming adversity, JR inspires others to strive for excellence, take on life's challenges, and achieve their full potential. I am pleased and excited to introduce to you tonight's guest, JR Thomas, also known as Mr. Just Right. JR, welcome to the conversation.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome to the hottest podcast on the air with the sweetest lady in the atmosphere. Bam,
Thank you.
bam, bam. Glad to be here.
Bop. I appreciate you being here. But before we get into the music and the real estate and all of that, how's your family in Jamaica after the Hurricane Melissa storm?
Yes, no, my family is doing well. Where they're located, it wasn't heavily damaged. So my family is from St. Thomas. And I do have a niece and some family up in St. Anne's. So between the two, probably St. Anne's got it a little worse. But no, everyone is okay. There's some roofs that need to be fixed, but that's just some leakage that happened. So the roof is still on. It's just some slight damage, But everyone's good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we love when the roof stays. Then the people are not singing that they need a roof over their head and they're good.
Yes,
But,
yes,
but I am glad that everybody is okay.
yes.
So, there's so much to unpack here. Like I just know that you're going to have to come back during season 2 for another interview. I just have this feeling. But let's
My
start with the
pleasure.
music. Thank you. Let's start with the music. So your father was a selector on a sound. What were your early years like having that type of influence in the household?
Yes, it was amazing. I mean, we were quite young, living down, in Toronto, down by Lansdowne and Bloor. And yes, my father was a sound system operator, King Tommy Ipoa. Big up yourself, Mr.
What?
Jerkman Tommy. And he
Yeah.
left from that and went into chefing, so everybody knows him as Jerkman Tommy. But
Jackman
yeah, he had
Tommy.
a sound system called King Tommy Ipoa. And I remember as a young child, pretty much, we're talking from, kindergarten to grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, sneaking out of our home into the back area where it was more of warehouse setting. We have laneways and warehouses, and they used to keep the jams back there. And
Mhm.
my mom used to chef up, so selling their soups, their food, and beverages. And yeah, man, this is the days of when we are rolling on. That's how we are dancing. I remember them times. So they used to allow us to hang out, but then we used to get chased out of the dance hall. Chased out of bed.
Yeah, you bet. After a certain time, you can't the picnic them have to go, right?
Yeah, we shouldn't even have been there in the first place, but you get away with a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it was vibes. It was wonderful, So growing up in that environment, I also had older brothers that were into DJ, making music, and that was a heavy influence as well.
Wow. So you were surrounded by the music. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
it's really interesting that your mom actually participated, because oftentimes, like, the dad, oops, oftentimes the dad, he does the music and the sound thing, and then mom kind of just stays home with the kids or whatever. But mom was cooking and selling things too.
Yeah, mom was smart because guess what? That money they wish she sell and make a fair little pocket change. You understand? She also,
Hustling aguan. I love it.
you know?
I love it.
Yeah. She not ram, you know?
Yeah, that's really
Yes,
cool. And
it
then
was
people
fun.
be
Those were
like,
some fun times, you know?
yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine. That's really exciting. And this was like every weekend type of thing.
Yeah, quite often, quite often. My dad had the full system, the Serwin Vegas, the speakers. It was everywhere. So, if it wasn't in our home, it transferred down to the warehouse in the back, and
Wow.
constant vibes. Stereograph was a sound they used to bring up a lot. I
Oh
remember.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I've heard, I've I remember those, or heard Stereograph
yeah,
coming and stuff like that. So
yeah.
how long have you been in music?
Oh, me. Wow. So, I mean, growing up, being influenced with your father being a sound system operator, your brothers, DJing on the set and making music, it was like my life, my whole life.
Wow.
But when I, decided I wanted to pursue, you know, being an artist, right? That
Mhm.
dream is in your teenage years. So that's when I was a
Yeah.
teenager, grade 8, to be honest, around grade 8. It's grade 7 and 8 is when I started, writing music.
Oh
And
wow.
and I would say probably, grade 9 and 10, I had a friend of mine that was very talented. He actually landed a record deal with Jive Records. And
Really?
that influenced a lot of us wanting to hold on to his coattail. So when he met the bus, he'll just carry us with him. I would say at that age is where I wanted to write and to be a part of what he was doing. I actually made it on one or two records, but
What?
things didn't pan out as how we would like. And I think at that stage, I said, okay, maybe I can pursue this on my own. And I wrote some
Mm.
songs. I worked with some producers and engineers in our local community of Scarborough.
Yeah.
Big up to Kim Davis. Me and her did a joint together as well.
Love it.
And yeah, man. And and I was pursuing to see what would have happened, but then life happened, and
Yeah,
I changed paths.
I get it. That's
Yeah.
really cool. So you were like recording, writing, all
Hmm.
of that. So did you ever bother with covers, or were you like, nah, I got to do my own thing?
No, I didn't. Do any covers. Any songs that I wrote would have been my own.
Hmm.
But yeah, nothing was put out. I didn't end up really putting out any music. Life happened, and I went in a
I get it.
different direction.
I get
That
it.
was Father God telling me to put on the music and
Put
pick
on the
up the
music and go
word.
do. Or as my cousins like to say, do something before something do you.
uh, well, you see, that's why my music now is rooted in positive messaging.
Yeah.
Music with a message that can influence others to go the right path, learn from my story, my experiences, but always
Mhm.
know that you want to keep God at the center of what you're doing if you really want to build a solid foundation and just
100%.
encourage that spiritual growth.
100%. It's so needed. People take it for granted, that
Hmm.
you need that spiritual grounding to stop you
Yeah,
from doing madness and ultimately destroying yourself, right?
yeah,
Um, one more music question before we get into the other stuff. So, the name Mr. Just Right. Now I know, I get it. I understand how it came about, like
right.
in terms of your initials and stuff. But was that name there from the beginning, or did it come about later on in your career?
Yeah, I would say later on. When you're young, you go through many names. So,
Do you remember any
so
of them?
huh?
Do you remember any of them? Any of the
Of
names you had?
course, of course, of course. So my brother, once again, big up the original Lovey.
Mhm.
That was his name. So I was junior to him. So I was Lovey Junior. You
Lovey
know,
Jr. Okay.
and then there's also L Shot. You know, yeah, EL Shot. Or you can have L for Lovey, L Shot. Um,
Mm,
when I did a song with a friend of mine, that was my name on that record with him, L Shot.
Elshot.
There was names such as Ruggy Beer. That was
All
a
right.
funny one.
How rugged there? How?
No, Ruggy,
Oh,
Ruggy Beer, like a bear,
a
Ruggy
ruggy
Beer.
bear.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Okay. Ruggy
yeah.
bear. Okay.
But the names that stay with me right now is definitely Lovey,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Loverman, and Mr. Just Right.
And
Yeah,
Mr. Just Right. I love it.
yeah.
So along comes real estate.
Yeah.
How did you get into selling homes and providing the just right experience for your clients?
Well, when I did a lot of odd jobs when I was younger, but I was known for sales. I was always in sales. Direct
Mm,
sales, corporate sales. So when I left the corporate world, I did want to find myself doing something that I would enjoy. So still wanting to be in sales. I love
mhm,
interacting and dealing with people directly. So real estate is one of those things where I had friends that were into the business as sales agents, but also developers. And I had workshops that I used to put on in the local area down at Jane and Wilson, an
mhm.
organization I had launched called Rise Above for Excellence, and that's working with youth
Nice.
in the community. And we used to teach them about real estate, so just being
Mhm.
able to get into the market, purchase homes, do joint
Wow.
ventures, and just understand how you can use real estate to create wealth. We did
Mhm.
workshops on public speaking with Speakers University, as well as just entrepreneurship when it comes to business, networking, and really getting yourself into the marketplace. So I had friends that would come in from Dream Maker Realty. So big up to Isaac
Mm.
Olowalafi, big up to Aaron Charles. They used to come in and run workshops, and so I was influenced by them and being in that environment. So when I decided to leave the corporate world, I said, why not transition and work with some of my friends and
Yeah,
get my license? So that's what influenced me to get into real estate because I had friends that were already in the
already
business and
there.
we were impacting the community.
I love that. It's so funny how like one decision can change so much because so similar to you, I started out in sales.
Hmm.
And so I know all about, you got to have that pipeline going and you got to keep things in the pipelines as you go through the sales process of prospecting and all that.
Yeah.
Um, but when I left sales, I had a friend who heavily was like, Ange, you got to get into real estate. You got to get into real estate. And I was like, not so much. Nah, I'm good. But they were actually like the friendship ended because I refused to get into real estate. Like they were just so angry with me about it.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so it's really interesting that you took that path and you've built so much with it. So it's really cool to see that.
Mhm. Yeah. It's one of those
So
things where growing up, when you think about, creating wealth or generational wealth or acquiring assets, real estate is one of those things that's always in one's portfolio. Even if you diversify, there is a lot of wealth that's created through
mhm,
real estate. So regardless of the market and the ups and the downs and the state of the economy and what one may go through,
mhm,
regardless, you still want to have real estate as a part of your portfolio. So growing up, I knew that I wanted to get into the business just so I can learn it, I can understand it, and I can acquire some assets and something that I can help pass on to my children.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is
So
really
that was
cool.
important.
Yeah, because it's one of
Hmm.
those things that definitely just it'll keep going with you. Like it never goes away. It never ends, and you could do it
Yeah.
in any country. So
Exactly. That was another thing too. People are always going to need somewhere to live, right?
Yeah, exactly. I need a roof over my head, right?
Yes.
So you're very blessed to be able to amalgamate your passions. What inspired the concept of becoming the reggae realtor?
Yes. Well, I think you said it. The music is in my DNA, right? And I just didn't want to have my gift go to waste, have my talent go to waste. So yes, I did not pursue music as an artist when I was younger. Like I said,
Hmm.
God had other plans, but I still had the gift, I still had the talent.
Yeah.
And the last thing you'd want is, as you get older in life, is to have any regrets, you know and I felt that,
Yes.
you know what, there's no better time than now. If I can create some really good music, let me put it out there, because
Yes.
music is international. Music brings people together. Music has a message. In the case of my music with a message, and someone can
Hmm.
be inspired and just hear your music, and that can turn things around for them, right?
Hmm.
But it can also just attract people back to me, to yourself, right? So I figured,
Yeah.
let me still use the music for multiple purposes. One, to make a difference, to make an impact, to put that positivity out there, to combat some of that negative music that we hear so often.
Yeah.
But also, I'd love for the music to attract people to myself, so they can learn more about me, the things that I'm doing, and how I can help them in their area of life, right? When it comes to the things that
Hmm.
I'm doing now as a profession. So,
Love it.
why not brand yourself as the Reggae Realtor? I want to embrace my culture, my heritage.
Yeah.
Um, I want to knock down certain stereotypes.
Yes.
You can be the best version of yourself. You can be in a
Yes.
professional environment and still be you and be true to yourself.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
figured I wanted to come out with myself as your reggae realtor, to embrace my culture, put out the
Hmm.
music, and still be that professional person that can make an impact in the lives of many.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's really cool because it you have such a like unique persona that people can't help to but be fascinated by it, right?
Mhm.
So like I can only imagine what it's like buying a house with you. Like, are you like bumping tunes and things for your client as you're going to look at houses, or you know
Yeah.
what's that
Are you
experience
asking me if
like?
I heard you correctly? Are you asking me if they're hearing my music? Is that what you're asking
Yeah,
me?
are you playing your music while
Am
you're
I
while
playing
you're
my music? You know, it's
doing a house
funny.
viewing and you gotta?
There's this realtor. I forgot his name, but he raps, and talks about selling houses and real estate, and he does stuff like that. I guess to attract or appeal people to himself as a realtor.
Yeah.
But that's not the angle I was taking. I'm putting out some real music
Yeah.
that's going to compete against
Yeah.
industry professionals as well. And my music is telling a story. It's really about my life
Yes.
journey, you know,
Yes.
and
Yes.
helping to inspire others to overcome. When we all
Yes.
go through obstacles, right? But yeah, as far as my clients, yeah, my clients definitely will. They do get to know that I do music. They do hear my music. They love my music, and they become, my cheering squad. My fan base that I'm aiming to build. So absolutely, I do
Love
share
it.
my music with my clients for sure. I
So do
even
you
have
find
my
that?
clients. I have my clients in my music videos as well.
Do you really actually? Yeah. So that was like, what is it? I think it's In Life. That.
Yeah, the first two songs I ever did, which were only two that are in the marketplace now,
Yeah, I only found
I
two.
did videos for, and yeah, I have some of my clients in the music videos, my teammates in the music videos, my family in the music videos. My clients actually become family. At the end of the day, I'm all
I
about
love
building
that.
long-term relationships. So it's really about helping them with their immediate need, but building
Hmm.
long-term relationships so we can do amazing things in the future as well.
I love that because you
Mhm.
never know. Like, there's so many avenues and things that can happen that you can end up doing. So why not maintain those relationships, right?
Yeah,
Do you,
absolutely.
do you actually find like for you, does one feed the other? So, you know,
Mhm.
have ever find instances where like people find your music and then they're like, oh wait, he does real estate. Let me see what I can
Mhm.
pursue with him, or you have the people who you are purchasing with you or whatever, and then they're like,
Mhm.
oh wait, he does music, let me follow him on social media. Do they intertwine like in that way in terms of getting clients for you?
So here's the thing. I've been doing real estate for over 10 years, right? So the music aspect of it, or branding myself as the Reggae Realtor, that's new.
That's
Okay.
new. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I
Got
would
it.
say the last year
Oh
and a
wow.
half is when I started to do that. Right. So the music is new.
Hmm.
There's a lot I have planned and look forward to doing where music is concerned. So we will expect another song to be dropped in January,
Love it.
and then the aggressive promotion and campaign will begin for the three songs that I'll have out there in the atmosphere. But yeah, when it comes to my clients, however they get to meet me. For example, the Jerk Fest. I met you at the Jerk Fest, right?
That's right. That's
And
right.
my role was the Jerk Fest ambassador, right?
That's
Which
right.
had nothing to do with real estate and nothing to do with music,
Yeah,
right?
because so when you sent me your info and I found out that you do real estate too, I was like, what?
Right, right. So to answer your question, I mean, I'm that one person, as you get to know me, like me, trust me. The goal is we'll do business together in all of the areas of my profession.
Mm,
So yeah, they're all in different avenues, but they're all connected.
love it.
And when I share with you some of the things I recently started doing, you'll see how I just continue to evolve and to connect the dots. But at the end of the day, ultimately, I'm here to serve. I'm
Yeah.
here to serve, my clients where real estate is concerned, whether you're
Hmm.
looking to sell a home, purchase a home, acquire some investment properties, whether it's here in the Canadian market or even in Jamaica,
Love it.
because I have
Love it.
relationships there as well. We all know, unfortunately, Jamaica is going through a challenging time right now,
Hmm.
but we
Hmm.
will build back strong.
Hmm.
But like I said, I'm here to serve. Where real estate is concerned, music, like I said, it's really about sharing my story, my journey,
Hmm.
and just putting that positive message in the atmosphere and hoping it can impact lives positively. And then the third thing that I will share is really wanting to also educate people
Hmm.
and position myself as a one-stop shop for my clients where financial literacy is concerned. You know,
Oh, that's beautiful.
yes, yes, because one of the biggest challenges getting into the marketplace in real estate is, it's expensive. The prices did skyrocket.
Hmm.
We know they're coming down now, but it's still an expensive product, right? Buying a
Hmm.
home. So whether it's saving for that down payment, eliminating debt, having your money grow. So just really helping to serve people in that area where, financial literacy is concerned, investments, insurance, having the right protection.
Hmm.
So just
Hmm.
positioning myself as a one-stop shop.
Hmm. I love that.
Yeah.
So before we get into the financial literacy, you actually come with the just right team of excellence, which you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Um, with that, can you and I know, but I'm gonna let you know, say it.
Right.
What are the other areas of expertise that come within your team when
Yeah.
when a client comes to your group?
Absolutely. Great question. At the end of the day, I think in life, when you try to do it all on your own, it becomes a lot more challenging.
Yep.
I think if you can surround yourself with like-minded individuals that are experts, right? Subject matter
Hmm.
matter experts, it will eliminate you from making a lot of mistakes. You want to surround yourself at the end of the day with the best of the best, and that's what I sort of wanted. I wanted to attract, a team of excellence. So if we're talking about real estate, for example, we consider it as referrals, right? You can refer someone to a credible source. Ultimately,
Hmm.
they'll make the decision if it's a good fit for them. But
Hmm.
a part of my team, I do have, the mortgage brokers. right, that I am aligned with. The real
Okay.
estate lawyers that I'm aligned with as well, the interior decorators, stagers, myself as a broker, the real estate agent, who's sort of the quarterback, to make sure everything runs smooth.
Right.
Um, so I would say these individuals are also a part of the team of excellence, but it even goes further than that. Because I also have those that can support entrepreneurs when it comes to business, right?
Oh wow.
So when I mentioned earlier that I was running workshops under the umbrella of Rise Above for Excellence, I still maintain those relationships. So I come across a lot of entrepreneurs, people that are in business, and I just want to ensure I can put them in touch with the right individuals that can support them. So anything to do with, marketing, sales, setting up your business when it comes to, having the tax consultant, how do you save money on taxes, how do you structure your business, the
Mhm.
accountants. I just have an amazing group of individuals that's in my corner.
Mhm.
So team of excellence really, for example, I'm excited. I have the number one best podcast, young, amazing, sweet lady now in my corner, right? When it comes to getting more exposure, right? For your
Love
business,
it.
right? So
Love
I
it.
just meet amazing people and just continue to expand. So that's how I navigate through genuine relationships, right? That we can all
Love it.
support each other and help each other. So I want to big up Strictly Finance as one of my mortgage partners. You'll be hearing a lot more about them as well.
Mhm.
We have, Creature Canada. We have Big Six Media. So much amazing people that you'll get to meet. You know,
I love that. So you definitely are, like you said, you want to be a one-stop shop, and you weren't kidding.
no, not at all, not at
Love
all.
it. So, I know we have limited time together. Um, you said you had. We'll get into Jerk Fest after, but you said
Yeah.
you have another venture that you're launching. So
Mm.
let's talk about that. Can you
Yes, yes.
explain to us what that is?
Yes. Well, I touched on it a little bit when we talked about financial literacy, right?
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I think we all can relate. I mean, if we look back at growing up, right? The question becomes, for many of us within our community, specifically, I'm just saying, the Black community, right?
Hmm.
We went, experienced a lot of challenges. Whether you grew up in a home with both parents or maybe a single parent household, like I did for the most part with my mom, you know,
Hmm.
elder brother, younger sister, we things weren't easy. Not having, I would say, the right, mentorship or role models that can help us navigate and avoid making certain mistakes. At a young age, I
Hmm.
made a lot of mistakes,
Hmm.
but thank God I was able to turn things around. So, one of the biggest things is the lack of financial literacy when it comes to, money management,
Ah,
right?
yes.
Avoiding getting into
Yes.
debt,
Yes.
eliminating debt, right? Avoiding, making sure you're doing your taxes correct, right? So you can avoid the CRA knocking at your door as well, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
then also when it comes to growing your money, what products are available in the marketplace to grow your money, to protect your money, when it comes to your
Hmm.
assets. If you're thinking about generational wealth and how you can pass your wealth on to your children, right?
Hmm.
Avoid probate. When it comes to assets and estate planning, right? There's just so much to learn.
Hmm.
And I never had, individuals that were showing me the way until
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
So recently, I acquired my license within that space of
Nice.
investments and insurance in the financial field. So I can learn and put into place the things that I want to be able to do for me and my family. I have three
Hmm.
wonderful boys, ages 12, 15, and 24. And I just want to make sure that I can help them to get ahead a little further than I did. And what I want to do for me and my family, I also want to do for my community and those that are close to me. So having that license is bringing more value to the marketplace, being able to
100%.
serve my clients, right? When they purchase that property, they got to protect that asset, right? And I want to make sure I position myself as that one-stop shop, and I can really help them to avoid making the mistakes or the pitfalls that many of
Hmm.
us make too often. You know?
Yeah, because oftentimes you do see that where people will purchase a home and then ultimately they either have to sell it or they lose it, or
Right.
and just from decisions that they've made. I love that you've decided to go into the financial world, because in our community we really don't have those conversations.
Right.
And if we do, it's just so on the top of the surface. Like there's no deep dive.
Hmm.
I know for me growing up, it was mainly like you have a savings account, go
Hmm.
get your savings account.
Yeah.
Right, but no talk about investments, no talk about even purchasing stocks maybe, or
Yeah.
whatever. So these are conversations that will break the
Yeah.
cycle, you
Yeah.
know
And what
very
many
important
people
work.
don't know is under the insurance umbrella, right? When it comes to having your money invested and to be protected and to grow under an insurance umbrella. And when I say umbrella, I'm talking about segregated funds.
Hmm.
It's an insurance product, and you have way more protection versus just having your money sit in the bank and let them decide on what products they're going to offer you. Right, you're limited.
Yeah,
But when
yeah,
you're working with, in the case of company I work with, a brokerage, you have access to multiple and many products. But under the insurance umbrella, it is protected, and there's certain guarantees that you can put in place. So you just don't know what you don't know. And
yeah.
one needs to take the time to get the education, gain the
Hmm.
experience, but just share. At least
Yes,
individuals can now have options, right? When you're
yes,
educated and you have the information, you have options. Ultimately you'll make the decision. But if I've learned about, man, what I can do better for me and my family, why am I going to keep it to myself, right? So
yeah.
this is why it's important just to share and to get this information out there. So if it takes the
Hmm.
music to attract people to the things that I'm doing, they're going to learn and know that it's much more than just about music.
Well, I mean, that's smart. That's actually a very smart marketing strategy,
Hmm.
because you are going to then find yourself in spaces where people are not thinking about their finances.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about building their wealth. So for you to kind of infiltrate the brain, they're vibing out, they're hearing the music, and they're like, wait a minute.
And
Yeah,
we're going to put the message in the music. That's the thing
that's what I'm
too, right?
saying. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, that's really cool. And then they're gonna want to dive deeper. They're gonna search, and then, you know, you
Hmm.
can then turn around and educate them as well. So
Yeah.
that's beautiful. It's actually really smart.
Yeah. Well,
Big up Jan Can from TikTok
here's the
that says
icing.
truth.
Here's the icing on the cake. And what really did it
Hmm.
for me is I want to have no regrets. I talked about that earlier, right? Have
Yep.
no regrets that you didn't do the things you really wanted to do.
Hmm.
But more importantly, I think it's also becoming the best version of yourself, your true self,
Yeah.
and enjoy what it is that you're doing. And if
Yes.
you can enjoy what you're doing, the question now becomes, can it be monetized, right? Like, can you make a
Yeah.
living out of it, right? And
Yes.
and the answer is yes, you can.
Hundred
Wait a
percent.
minute, look at that! My first song. May I plug my first song? That's the title of my first song. Yes, you
Yes, you
can.
can. Yeah.
But the point that I'm making is you can monetize these things, right? You want to be able to generate what you call passive income, right?
Hmm.
You want to find ways of how you can not trade time for money. You know,
Yes.
how do you create royalty income streams, right?
Yes.
So music is a way of how you can create royalty income streams that can be passed on to generation. Real
Mm.
estate, when it comes to acquiring assets, is how you can create passive income and also assets that you can pass on to your family. And what I mean by that is you want to acquire cash flow and assets. You want to acquire multi doors or multi dwelling,
Yes.
complexes, right?
Ownership.
Think
Yep.
big, right?
Yep.
But
Yep.
that's something that you can pass on to generation. And also, when it comes to investments and insurance and
Mm-hmm.
having your money work for you in the marketplace,
Mm-hmm.
as well as be getting into an industry where it's recession proof. It doesn't matter what the state of the economy is, you always will
You're always
need
making
to
money.
have investments and insurance working for you. So it doesn't matter how long it may take, but if you can figure out a way, and in the case of me, I would enjoy learning these industries, becoming a subject matter expert in these industries and becoming the best version of myself in these industries so I can at least now share my experience and my knowledge with others, and have no regrets. And
Yeah.
uh, and there's no ceiling for the income potential as well.
Well, not at all. I mean, the flows
Mhm.
of income are and the ways that they're coming in is just crazy.
Mhm.
It's almost like you have a whole like transportation industry going on. Like just
Mhm.
it's really cool. I love that.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And then you also then become a role model too,
Yes, I think that's
right?
a big one. Tell your true story. Be your
Yeah.
authentic self, and nothing great is going to come easy. Nobody's saying it's easy. We know it's not an easy road. We know that. But you got to continue to push and persevere and overcome. Let people know some of the hardships, some of the challenges that you face, but while you continue to
Hmm.
push forward, you know what I mean? Share your
Hmm.
faith when it comes to being a believer and know that the true joy, peace, and happiness that you're going to want to receive along this journey is your relationship with the Most High. And,
Wow.
identify your why. Like, why are you pushing through and doing the things that you're doing? It has to be bigger than you. So
Yeah.
what I intend to do is bigger than me. It's about the family, it's about the community, it's about the world at large. How can you make a positive footprint or impact? So when you pass
Hmm.
on, you have no regrets because you help to pave things forward, right?
Yeah.
So
You did what you
that's
had to
that's what I'm
do.
excited about, and just to share my authentic and true self, and hope that I can inspire others to do the same. You know?
Hmm. And
Yeah.
it's that's really a beautiful place to be in because you're living your passions, you're making
Mhm.
money doing it, but that acts of service, which
Yeah.
is so important, like to be able to be of service and to bring worthwhile things to the community.
Yeah.
Um, it's like you have to like when you approach it in that manner, like you have to go to bed satisfied every day.
Yeah, you
You
know
know,
what? And it's not even just going to bed. I think it's getting out of bed when you
waking up
rise.
to yeah,
When you get up, you have a purpose, and I think,
yeah,
that's what's important. Have you identified, your purpose, you
yeah,
know? And what people need to understand is, when you're going through life and, the ups, the downs, the challenges, the curveballs, but if you can identify, what you deem to be your purpose, then it's
hmm,
going to help you to get up, because what is meant for you, nobody can take away. You
that's
know,
right.
the plans that God has in store for you, nobody can stop,
Nobody can take it away.
right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that goes back to the whole name of even the organization, and what I stand for is Rise Above for Excellence. And
Hmm.
that's where the team comes, right? The team of excellence. It's all
Yeah.
tied to rising above for excellence. Becoming the best version of yourself. And
Yeah.
that's what I want to do in supporting my teammates. I want to share
Hmm.
them to the world. I got some amazing teammates, man, and I'm gonna sort of open the door and create
Hmm.
a path or a way for them to get shined, so they can shine as
Wow.
well. Because I can't do it by myself. I have an amazing team. So I think we need to lead by example within our community and to demonstrate and to show that we can work together and we can do
Hmm.
amazing things together. And that's what I'm excited to do, and to break some of those stereotypes.
Yeah, break down the barriers and pay
Yeah.
it forward. Like
Yes.
it's definitely an elevated like a elevated energy
Hmm.
um level to be at, and to do it so that, like, I can tell it's just authentic, like it's this
Yeah.
is what I want to, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want to
Yeah.
do,
Yep.
and that's what I mean, that's it. I'm doing it, and that's it, and I'm gonna do it in my way, and I'm going to
Right.
show up authentically
Hmm.
and keep going, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
I love
connect and meet
that.
some amazing individuals just like yourself, my lady. I'm
Thank you.
excited for what God has in store for us.
I know. And it's
Yeah.
so funny because I had been wanting to talk to you from back when I was on the People Them podcast. And
Okay.
I was like, okay, it didn't happen. And throughout this year, like this is my first, I just came up on it. I'm coming up to a year of
Right.
this in January, and was like, I got to get to him. And it's funny because I had back in October was thinking, I want to
Right.
talk to you before the gala.
Okay.
So it's very nice that I actually got to achieve that and close
Right.
enough to the gala that it's relevant. But yeah, you were always like in the thought process.
Hmm.
So clearly, this is why, right?
Right.
Clearly,
Yes.
this is
Yes.
why. Because I
No,
always
it's
believe
amazing.
that.
And yes, we had a great time, when we met at the Jerk Festival last year.
Hmm.
I've been the ambassador for the Jerk Fest for the last 2 years.
Hmm.
I'm assuming that it's been good, so they're going to ask for me to continue for next year. So the
Okay.
gala is coming up this Saturday, December the
Hmm.
6th. It's going to be our third year having the gala,
Hmm.
and it's going to be amazing. Um, like you stated earlier, we are contributing to the Jamaica relief efforts. So, portion of the ticket sales are going to go towards that. We're also going to be announcing what we're going to be doing in 26 at the Jerk
Nice.
Festival. We're going to be continuing our efforts to support the hurricane relief, and we're going to be announcing what more we're going to be doing to help. I think we're going to be building a school or helping with some of the schools in Jamaica. But that announcement will be shared at the gala. But it's going to be amazing, amazing food, amazing people, and an opportunity to network, to celebrate, and just to look fly and have an amazing time on the dance floor as well. So I know you're not able to make it out
I
this year,
know.
right? But I,
But
I
I'll be
do
there next
expect
year.
you next year, right?
I'll be there next year. Because even
Yeah.
the boat cruise, not this summer, but the summer before, and
Okay.
I did the first gala.
Yes.
Um, and always like always, it's always a good time, man. Anything
Yes.
Jerkfest related, it's a good time. Like
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you people. Like it's a good time, and yes, the gala does bring that beautiful element of networking, the ability to
Yeah.
network as well, and
And there
look
might
fly
be
doing
some tickets still available. They can definitely go online and check out the website at jerkfestival.ca and see if there's any more tickets. I know I have, members of the team of excellence that are coming out. I have a lot of other
it. Mm,
guests that are coming out. I always do my best to reserve maybe 3 or 4 tables at the gala. So it looks like this year, I had reserved 4 tables, and we're just going to have an amazing time. So, I'll be representing for you, my dear. So don't worry, no
yes,
watch
please.
nothing,
Please do,
Yes,
and tell me all about it after, because it's I was like, I should have really worked harder to get there, but
yeah, that's
I can't
okay.
make it work. I can't make it work.
Yes.
Um, so you mentioned, because I know you're gearing up to go. I know you do have to go.
Mhm.
So I have interviewed Anthony before, so big him up for me.
Okay,
Yeah, big him up. Tell him I
I
said
will.
hello.
And the entire
Um,
team.
and the entire team,
Yeah.
Jacinth, everybody there,
Yes.
I know with Anthony, his thoughts are always well into next year. So he definitely will be announcing, the things
Mhm.
that they're doing in 2026. But
Yeah.
for you, heading into year 3 as the
Hmm.
ambassador, what are your goals?
Yeah.
Anything you want to do differently this year? Or, you know,
Well,
what's your
it's
thought?
funny you ask when it comes to goals. And I'll just encourage everyone to really think about what are your goals going into the new year. What's your vision? You know, I think people
Mhm.
need to understand and make it clear. Your vision is, where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? in the next 12 months, 24 months, 3 to 5 years? Like, what is your vision? And the more clearer picture that you can have and kind of see, touch, and feel is important, right? And then your goal now is going to be some of the steps you're going to take to get there, right? So start with your vision, and then you can put together the goal as to what are the steps that you're going to have to take to accomplish getting there. And who are you going to have to be? Who are you going to become? The person you're going to have to become, right? Because you're going to have to change,
What version
right?
of
You're going to
yourself
have to
shows up?
grow,
Yeah.
right? So ask yourself that question. The environments that you're going to need to plug yourself into, the new people and relationships you're going to have to establish that can support you achieving these goals, right? Mindset, what books are you going to begin reading,
Ooh.
so you can learn.
Yeah.
So I would encourage folks to do that, because I do have my vision. I definitely have my goals. I had a 7-year plan. 5 years of that have been chipped away at and accomplished. So I got 2 years left. So, going into 26 January. By the way, my birthday is January the 1st. Bum bum bum.
Happy birthday when it comes.
Thank you.
We got the Capricorns. My mom's January 2nd. So Capricorns, very determined people. I get it.
Yes,
I get
yes.
it. Yep.
So in the next 2 years, yes, I have some amazing goals and plans, and it's still going to be within that space of music. So like I said, I have another single I'm going to put out in January, and then I'm going to be focused on probably another single come spring, and then I'm going to get working on my EP. Right.
Love it.
I'll be
That's so
working on
funny,
an
because
EP.
the word EP jumped into my head and then you said it. So that's really
Yeah.
cool.
So I'll be working on an
Love
EP
it.
for next year. And then I'm going to end the year where I will also have an album.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Very
that's
nice.
music related goals. And then, like I said, I have my, real estate license. So I'll continue to serve in that area, whether you're looking to sell, purchase, or acquire some investment properties. Come and talk to me, and let me introduce you to members of my team of excellence, right? And I always encourage people, don't put the cart before the horse, okay? If you're looking to get into the market, let's evaluate your current circumstances right now.
That's right.
Let's put together a goal, a plan, whether it's for the next, 6 or 12 months, even if it's 24 months from now. I rather start early and put together a plan so you can see how we're going to help you to navigate through this landscape or this marketplace where real estate is concerned. So I'm going to continue to serve in that area. And then, like I said, I'm learning so much when it comes to investments and insurance. And I'll make sure to help and serve in that area as well. So that's my area of profession, my area of expertise. I'm going to continue to push and plug away so people can get to know me, like me, ultimately trust me, and let's do some business together,
And do business.
Absolutely.
I'm just sitting here thinking, how do you sleep? I mean, because you do so much, right? Like,
yes. Well, one thing we all do need to do is do your best to get, 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
That's right.
Sometimes people, are influenced thinking, man, no time for sleep because you want to accomplish so much. No, I'm reading an amazing book right now, and it's called Essentials.
Essentials.
Essentials. Pardon me, I don't have the author's name to share at the moment, but it really talks about identifying the essentials, the things that are really essential that you should be doing when it comes to managing your time, and learning and knowing when to just say no to the things that are really not that essential, and to be doing the things that are really going to make an impact and help to serve. So the things that I'm doing is what I enjoy doing, and it's going to make a tremendous impact. And I do want to find time to make sure I get my 7-8 hours sleep, no matter what.
Yes, yes, and you need it in order to be able to function, right? I'm just writing down the name of this book.
Absolutely, you become a lot more sharper and wiser.
Yeah,
if you get more rest.
Yeah,
yeah,
and feed your body. But we could go down a whole path. But I know you do have to go.
Yeah.
Let everyone know how they can get a hold of you.
Yes, absolutely. So thanks for bringing me on this platform where we can continue to share and just to build. And
Hmm.
yeah, my IG handle is at JR Thomas Realty. So you can definitely check me out there on IG. On YouTube, you can definitely search for me as well. Mr. MR with the dot, just JUS. Right, RIGHT, Mr. Just Right. You can search me on the YouTube platforms and you'll find some of the music. You can check out some of the music videos. Uh, Go to my website. On the website, you'll see all things shared, and that is reggaerealtor.com. Reggaerealtor.com.
Hmm. Love it. Mr. Thomas, thank you so much. Much
Absolutely.
appreciated.
Thank you. This
Um,
is big
and
on
people make sure you
serious.
get it's big and serious, big and serious. That's how it go. People make sure you get in touch with them. So many like it's a plethora of knowledge and services and a gateway to so many other services and professionals. So make sure that you reach out. Um, you definitely have to come back on the show.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the gala. I know it will be successful. I know they're gonna post just now that they've sold out. But people run and get your tickets.
Yes.
Um, yeah, and big up yourself. And I will run your tunes
Appreciate
when you're
you.
gone. I try not to make people sit there and have to listen to their own songs. So I'll run the tune after you go. But yeah, thank
Yes.
you for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And thank you for all the listeners, for those that tuned in. Continue to support Miss Big and Serious. She's amazing, a wonderful platform. And I look forward not only to returning, but also to introducing her to some of my teammates and giving them an
Yeah,
opportunity to shine on your platform and really making
definitely.
an impact and a difference to those that are in our local community. So nothing but love, Mr. Just Right. All
Hell
right. Have a good
yeah.
night.
Yes, you too.
All right. Take care.
Yes. All right, people. So that was Mr. Just Right, joining in the conversation. Amazing, 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 amazing. Such a plethora of services and products and knowledge. And yeah, I'm going to play. Yes, you can. Let's see if I can. Can I find it? Yes, you can. Mr. Just Right, and that's JUS Right. Let's see here. Should pop up. I had it on there last night. Okay. In the meantime, you know what? I'm going to type it differently, but in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll run a tune because I have a list here, and then we'll circle back to Mr. Thomas, to his song. Well, he has two, so we'll play them both, and then we'll get back into vibing. So right now, I'm going to play "Hey Girl" by Romeo Django and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, big up yourself on the outside. Mr. Django, big up yourself as well. Where is it? Yes. Let me share.
When it comes on, I do play a brand new style from the musical astray. Lick away and the jungle lead the way. And we are the state way. Baby girl, watch your movement, watch your step. Don't ever do nothing that you gonna regret.
Mind what you doing,
Tell me about it.
with whom you're playing.
Lord.
Hey girl, what you doing out there? You're all alone,
Baby girl,
no one cares.
nobody look here, man.
I know how you're feeling out there. I know it's a myth,
You know.
until you turn it trick.
What?
See your pain, now it's a shame. You got to do it all over again. It's in your eyes when you cry. And I realize, girl, tell me how you doing, I
Really wanna
say.
know, baby girl?
I know it's not normal,
Coulda never.
it is kinda critical.
Serious, man.
not too substantial.
Boy, come and say, girl, if you love me, hope you mean it. Cause the jokey loving I do in it. Come follow me, girl, if you love me, hope you mean it. Cause the jokey loving I do in it. Me no want no girl to love me to me a entertainer. And just because she knows me, I make some dollar. Me no want no girl to love me to me live a Canada and fly regular like a bird with feather. Me no matter about the sunshine or the weather. Me no matter about your sister or your brother. Me want you stick to me even if it on a papa. Young girl, you are so good looking. Me want rub some oil on your velvet skin. Make it shine like the sunshine in the morning. So open up your heart and let my love in.
Angel, what you doing out there?
I really wanna know.
You're not alone.
Baby girl, me there with you, man.
That's the fear. Demons out to get you, I swear. You know it no normal. Those are evil men. They're not spiritual. More like criminals. Yes.
Woman, you hot and they are not. Your backside round and you fat. When we a make love a 5 hour non-stop, you're coming in hot, hot, hot. And none of them can put no stopping to that. Woman, you just tempting. Come bump and grind for me skin. Let me look you from now straight back till the morning. Hey baby girl, you are so enticing. Cause your lips is sweet like a sugar dumpling. And your tongue, it nice like a fried plantain. Just like me breakfast on a Sunday morning. So left bad mind people and make them go and chat. Because to me, woman, me know you hot, hot, hot. So make me insert me pepper down in your pepper pot. Me not talk a fool. And I me no eat that mesmerizing. You remember me do that a lot. Come follow me, girl, if you love me, hope you mean it. Cause the jokey loving I do in it. Come follow me, girl, if you love me, hope you mean it. Cause the jokey loving I do in it. Come follow me now.
I feel your pain, now it's a shame. You got to do it all over again. It's in your eyes when you cry. And I realize, girl, tell me how you doing, I swear. I'm here to protect you, love and secure you, lead and guide you.
Yes. That was Hey Girl. Romaine Django and Lil Wayne. Like I said, big up Lil Wayne on the outside. I am also, let's see if I can find this too now.
Yeah, man, they got a lyrics with a bag of lyrics.
Stop. Oh wait, let me fix my volume. Like I said, my system glitching. I don't know why going, but it's okay. So it goes sometimes. Oh wait, no. Let's dismiss the autoplay. There we go. All right, people. Sorry, I apologize. Like I said, it's let's see here. Should pop up now. That's weird because I had it before. Yeah, but you know, JR, he spoke about making sure that you have a purpose. What's your vision? You know, these are questions, especially it sounds stereotypical, but because of where we are in the year, but to be honest, these are conversations that you need to have with yourself so that your 2026 can be different than your 2025. You know, these are the goals. These are the things. What's going on here? Sorry, my platform is wilding right now. It's tripping to leave this platform and go to another one. Because what are we doing? Yeah, you have to your purpose. What is your purpose? You know, and how can you get to being like your purpose? All right, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm going to. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run a song by. Because I want to know why I can't get to this song. So I'm gonna run another one and figure out why I can't get to this one. Like, come on now. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay, I'll run this one and then I will circle back again. All right, so this one is Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Mystic Warrior, and Aaron Brown and Paris Gordon. So it's Paris Gordon featuring Mystic Warrior and Aaron Brown. It's called Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and I'm gonna find this tune. I had them, so that's the thing that's it's annoying me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna figure out why my platform is doing this, but let's get into this one.
Blessings and salutation to Jamaica's first national hero, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Throughout the duration of this song, the artist will refer to Mr. Garvey as Messiah, in light of the many messages that he brought across, the many lives he was able to save, and the impact that he had on the people.
Holy Manuel I Selassie, Justify. Whoa, 7 miles of Black Star Line are coming in. Marcus Messiah Garvey. I say Marcus Messiah Garvey. Big up Buster Man to Mr. Manley, Mr. Garden. And it's some sharp, Mr. Bogle. But at this I feel like me come for shoe. Live on so them couldn't.
The system's telling me that I've lost my sound. What just happened? All right, let's see if you can hear me now. Okay, so my system told me that I lost my sound. So I decided to stop the song just in case. It's one of those things. You know what? The goal is to go through a show without tech issues. You know, we're gonna make it through a show with no tech issues. You know what I'm saying? Here, why don't I stop sharing this and see if we can fix this problem? Yes. You know, welcome to my world. Yeah, I it just notified me and said, "Oh, your microphone and everything stopped." I think hear me. So if somebody can give me some type of indication that you can still hear me, that would be so amazing. I would be so happy and grateful for it. Um Interesting. Yeah. People, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's just one of those things, I guess. All right. Let me get back into playing this tune. I'm going to see if it's going to play for me again because, like I said, the system said that that I lost it. So just in case, I'm going to run it again, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it this time. All right, so I'll share again, and then we will go ahead and run the tune.
Blessings and salutation to Jamaica's first national hero, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Throughout the duration of this song, the artist will refer to Mr. Garvey as Messiah. In light of the many messages that he brought across, the many lives he was able to save, and the impact that he had on the people. Holy Manuel I Selassie, Justify. Whoa. 7 miles of Black Star Line are coming in. Marcus Messiah Garvey. I say Marcus Messiah Garvey. Big up Buster Manty, Mr. Manley, Mr. Garden. And it's some sharp, Mr. Bogle. But this a philosophy me come for show you. Legacy live on so them couldn't overthrow you. Marcus Messiah Garvey. I say Marcus Messiah Garvey. Proud Jamaican from down a sentence there. With education, the man they never play. This is something that he would say. Without confidence, twice defeated in the race of life. Never let yourself be mistreated. He taught us that black is beautiful. Take a walk through Marcus Garvey Park. I take a drive down the General Boulevard. Me say Marcus Messiah Garvey. I say Marcus Messiah Garvey. Big up Buster Manty, Mr. Manley, Mr. Garden. And it's some sharp, Mr. Bogle. Marcus Messiah Garvey. He make we set a sail pon the Black Star Line. The man from the land of wood and water. Them couldn't stop it, the works of a prophet. Black activist freedom was the topic. The general died at age 52. One of the greatest black man to represent me and you. Save us from enough things that we woulda go through. So Mr. Garvey, I tip my hats off to you. Heard some the man is like food for the soul. Believe you achieve before you move to the goal. Speak confident enough if afraid you fi bold. Over your life take full control. As leader go read the philosophy. A Marcus Garvey. As leader go read the philosophy. A Marcus Garvey. As leader go read the philosophy. You know remember the prophecy. As leader go read the philosophy. A Marcus Garvey. Marcus Messiah Garvey. I say Marcus Messiah Garvey. Big up Buster Manty, Mr. Manley, Mr. Garden. And it's some sharp, Mr. Bogle. But this a philosophy me come for show you. Legacy live on so them couldn't overthrow you. Marcus Messiah Garvey. I say Marcus Messiah Garvey. First leader go read the philosophy. Marcus Garvey. First leader go read the philosophy. Marcus Garvey. First leader go read the philosophy.
I have to say, the tune's like soothing to me. I don't know. Very soothing. So that was Marcus Messiah Harvey, Paris Gordon, featuring Mystic Warrior and Aaron Brown. All right, I am going to play Mr. Just Right's songs on another platform. So bear with me, people, as I stop sharing this screen and share another screen and do it that way. But while we're getting to it, I have a question. I'm gonna put it out there. What if you know what your like you have an idea of what your purpose is, but you feel nervous about letting it show or letting it shine? What are the thoughts of that? You know, what are the thoughts of that? Like you know in your head what you want to do. You know what your purpose is, but you're like scared and nervous to let it out, or you're wondering like, what are people going to say? You know, what are their thoughts going to be about it? Because I think that that is a, I guess you could say, a dream killer, so to speak. Can I say that word? A dream pauser. Let's say that. You know, you want to do something, but you're not sure, and so you don't do it, right? Or it's like, no, you should do it. You definitely should do it. All right, so I guess it's just the platform that I was trying to use that's not showing, because I found it here. So I'm gonna put it on the big screen, and then I'm going to run it for you. Hold on. Oh, what's going on? I think I'm trying to get my computer to do too many things at once. Come on, work with me. Oh wait, hold on. Cancel. It's thinking. I might have to line this up for next week. It's not letting me do what I want to do. Yeah, I guess it's not allowing me to. I can't run so many platforms at once. All right. It is what it is. But yeah, you know, if you have that thing that you want to do, and it's like you get nervous because maybe it's not something that, it could be so many factors. Like it could be something that your family doesn't want you to do, right? Then what? How do you manage it? How do you move forward? How do you get past those thoughts, or the worry and the burden of what other people think? And you know, we need to just not worry about that. And I've started to believe that if it doesn't feel right for me, then it's just not something that I want to do. And if it does feel right for me, then 100% I'm going to do it. And getting into that type of autonomy, when you're dealing with your own life, is such a beautiful gift, right? I can't get to this song on this platform. I guess it's just the platform that I'm on, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to try to line it up where there's another way to work around, but I'm not going to do it now on the show. I will do it for next week, and those two songs will be the first songs that I play next week. So, but in the meantime, people go over, look up Mr. Just Right. So Mr.JUSRIGHT, and play Yes You Can or Y.Y.C and In Life. Both amazing tunes. That's why I'm annoyed, because I was playing them. But I think I was playing them on a different platform, and the platform that I use on the show, it's not there. It's not showing up. And it's not a common platform, the one that I use. So yeah, I get it. Not a lot of people really use this platform. But oh wow, it's just, I might have to switch platforms. I might have to go back to the other one. that I was using before, because this one is interesting. It's not finding stuff that I wanted to find. Yeah, flop my show, like wagwan. What make you do this? Come on, platform. Come on. All right. Let's see if I can find the song that I want to play. All right. I'm going to play a song by Black Orchid, who will actually be joining in the conversation next season. I'm excited. She's already booked for January. So, Black Orchid will be on the show. And this is a reschedule from when my eyes were doing that wonky thing and I had to unexpectedly cancel the episode that she was going to be on. I'm still sorry about that, because, it would have been a very amazing conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and once again share my screen. This is Black Orchid, Man Eater. Big tune. Oh, the hip hop version. Hold on. Let's go back. Let me unshare for a sec. Let me not play that version. 1 second. Oh, geez. It's just one of those days. It's just one of those days, but that's okay, because we it's how you persevere. It's all about how you figure it out, how you move forward, how you keep going. Oh, I guess I can't play this version. Oh no, I can't play this version, people. So sorry. I can't play that. Okay. You have to look it up. My goodness. Anyway. All right. So sorry. Me and the platform are fighting, and I think that this is probably the last that this will be used on this show. But that's okay, because we're not afraid of change. We do what we got to do. So this is Fool for Love, Black Orchid featuring Trip, and it's the Fool for Love remix. Enjoy, 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 enjoy.
Fool me once, that's a real shame on you. Fool me again, that's a real shame on me. Yeah. Fool me for the third time, I'm too blind to leave. 'Cause I'm just a fool in love, and that joke's on me. Somebody tell me, am I just a fool for love? Somebody tell me, love's got me too blind to see. Somebody tell me, am I a fool for love?
Could I be in love? Is this true? Am I just a magnet to who I attract? Am I just a fool that you project onto? And can I reach for my toolbox and grab another tool? Audio, I spit box. Kick rocks, I kick rock. Yeah, try to pull me down, then I must be on top. Yeah, I love with my all, got a big heart. Now I'm just a fool for love. So what the I'm doing wrong? Yeah, what I'm doing wrong?
Somebody tell me, am I a fool for love?
Am I a fool in love, spin the record and got more levels than a ship that we double decker? Layers of cakes, captain of the ship, never take breaks. Switch up and change up the dresser, never feel pressure, and don't play games when it's me you wanna test. And lay low, roll up the smoke and let my ideas make sense. Tell myself I talk grown about making money and letting you go. Yeah, I'm all about being happy, and if with you I start my own growth. Yeah, see you later. Nothing more for me to say. Be out.
See you later. Nothing more from me to say ya. Tell 'em.
Somebody tell me, am I just a fool for love? Somebody tell me, love's got me too blind to see. Somebody tell me, am I a fool for love?
Love it. Fool for Love, Black Orchid, featuring Trip. Yes. I'm gonna run another tune, like just kind of vibing today. We're vibing out. Um, this this guest will be on the show. We're actually closing out with this guest. I'm excited. Mr. Corden Barrett. You know, I interviewed him at I interviewed him at the Reggae North Music Awards, and he decided to serenade me, and I almost fainted because he sounded so nice, like he sounded so good. But this song is actually an instrumental because he is a musician, right? And yeah, how I first met him was through his musician. What is that? Musicianry? Is that a word? Musicianry. Luke's Nettoyage Ross. Big up yourself. Ross will be on the show next week. He says blessing great night. So big up yourself. Thank you for being in the building. All right, people. So this is North Coast by Corden Barrett. He will be on the show December 18th. We will be closing out the show with him. And yeah, enjoy. Coast by Corden Barrett. Like I said, we will actually be closing out the season with Mr. Barrett on December 18th. I can't believe that we did a full season, people. We did a full season on the Big and Serious podcast. I'm so blown away. It's been so cool. And, you know, I've had so much support. Selector Madman says, I'm back. It's been a busy night. Welcome back. I was just going to say that, you know, this season, a lot of success came with the help of Mr. Madman. So thank you for, you know, being my tech support and just suggesting ways to overcome the technical challenges as they arose. The goal is to not have any in, or the vision, because, you know, JR said we should talk about the vision and then take the steps to get to the goal, like use the goals to get to the vision. So the vision is season 2, no tech issues. Season 2 is just smooth sailing. Season 2 is just, you know, we vibes out, we do our thing, we have a great time, and we keep going. That's season 2. Yeah, that's season 2. But we're still in season 1, so we're discussing that. I am so grateful to even Lickle Wayne. Big up yourself. Lickle Wayne has well, he's become family on the show. You know, he will definitely be back in season 2. My birthday. So people, I'm a planner, right? I'm a Taurus. We plan. We don't really like spontaneous. We'll do it, but really, I mean, we like things to just be status quo and everything's planned out and it's meticulous. My birthday is in May and it's already been planned, the episode that's around surrounding the week of my birthday. It's gonna be wicked. It's gonna be like, I might have to make a flyer for this. That show is gonna be wicked. I already put it out there, and you know, it's gonna be a wicked show. You don't want to miss it. That's all I'm gonna say. And I will I will announce it as we get closer to it. But yeah, that show's gonna be wicked. But there's just so many people that have come through the show and brought so much amazing conversation, meaningful conversation. Started off the season talking to Mama Gooda's my mommy and having an amazing conversation about emigrating to Canada without any family here at a young age. Brave lady, man, I'm telling you. And you know, just so many. Oh, my brain is drawing a blank right now. Talking to Power Man, talking to lecturer, talking to Mystic Warrior, talking to Macaru. Oh, so many. Early in the show, I can't start naming. I can't keep going. My brain is. I'm now making myself overwhelmed by trying to remember everyone. But yeah, what I'm saying is thank you to everybody for, you know, for you, the audience, for being here and you know, seeing the platform grow on on seeing the show grow on platforms that I didn't expect. And it's growing, and it's I'm grateful for it. You know, it is almost 10 o'clock, almost time to end the show. I promise you next week I will play Mr. Just Rights or JR's 2 songs, Yes You Can and In Life. I'll go have to switch up the platform so that we can get to it, because it's on other platform, but the one that I use is not really a common platform. And when I tell people I use that one, they're like, really? I do, but I'm just, you know what? I'm a creature of habit. I'm a creature of habit. I use this platform in my, I just got so used to using that platform in my personal life that it just continued to spill over into the show's life. But it's probably not the best platform to use for the show because its reach is not as wide and far as the other platforms. So I'm going to change that up. And really and truly, I mean, streaming on the platform, you should probably use the platform. this is where you start thinking of the vision. So I know during the downtime I definitely will be thinking about what is the vision of the Big and Serious podcast, and what is the purpose of Anjiguras. And we will do big things in season 2. I just know it. We don't stay stagnant around here. We grow. But I'm going to close out the show with Mr. Corden Barrett again. How long? Because again, we're closing out the season with him. I do want to say, because I forgot earlier, I've been kind of discombobulated, not going to lie, but it's okay. So I do want to say big up to Roots Rock Reggae Radio Show. That's on CKUT 90.3 FM out of Montreal. You won't see me this week, but you will see me next week doing information for the nation. Roots Rock Reggae Radio Show runs from 1 o'clock in the morning on Mondays till 4 o'clock in the morning. So overnight, and I joined the show at 2 o'clock in the morning. So big up to Singing P, Selector Madman, Selector Cassette Man, Calendar Man, Brother Cliff. Big up to everyone there. What else? Again, you can find the highlights of the show on the Facebook page for Big and Serious Podcasts. And if you miss a show, or you want to go back and watch a full live show, a full show, a replay, you can catch the replay on YouTube under the live tab. You can see all the past episodes. All the past episodes are there. It's for me, it's mind blowing when I actually look at it and I'm like, wow, good as. Why you do a whole heap of chatting, my girl? You do a whole heap of chatting. I want to shout out Instagram, of course, TikTok, Wagwan. And you never really tap up the screen too tough this week, but I didn't really ask you to either. So I guess it's just one of those things. It's okay though. Big up yourselves. What else? Twitch, my OGs. You don't know I got mad love for you. So big up the Twitch massive. Yeah, and we're just going to keep going, and we're going to keep it moving. So here is How Long Will You Stay Away? And yeah, I want you to enjoy it and big up yourself. Have a great week. We will be back next week with Ross from Luke's Nettoyage Ross. And as we get closer to the end of season 1 of the Big and Serious podcast. Whew. What can I say?
I'm sitting here all alone. I'm wishing that you were home to hold me in your arms, giving me all your charms, yeah. Realizing I'm not so strong, I'm missing you from day one. That's why I write this song, and I ask you how long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay? How long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay away from me? I can't believe you're gone, unable to stay calm. Seems like it was only yesterday. Thought that your love was here to stay. Now that you are gone, I've been going through a storm. I need you back with me, giving me love so tenderly. How long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay? How long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay away from me? you stay away from me? I'm sitting here all alone. Girl, I'm wishing that you were home to hold me in your arms. Girl, just giving me all your charms. Realizing I'm not so strong. I'm missing you from day one. That's why I write this song. And I'm asking you how long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay away from me? How long will you stay away